Welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook, with me, your host, Jason Hook. My hair is like a cockatoo. Alright, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. What we're listening to is Maniac, War and Insanity. This is a cassette tape. Not 100% sure when this came out. It wasn't that long ago. Is there a date in here? I'm a dope. It was recorded in 2017, so within the last year. It's a J card. It's a Keith. You got lyrics, information. Now this is actually going to be pressed onto vinyl on New Age Records soonish. It's definitely on the list. I also have a 7-inch by them I'm going to show later. But this is War and Insanity. So what you get, it's, as you can hear, it's a driving hardcore, a little bit more harsher vocal than what you normally get. But it's great shit. It's fucking heavy shit. Some angry shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 songs. One of them is a cover. Just put this back down again. Live Crucifixion is a cover by Amphetamine. Music originally by Amphetamine. Hopefully it comes out alright. Tapes sound a little bit weird with my sound system here. I'm still fine-tuning it. But that's Maniac, War and Insanity, cassette tape. On Rat Tracks Records. Right there. Alright. Now kind of in the same vein here, we have the brandy new tragedy, Fury. Now this dropped as a surprise. I don't know the date. But this is a 6-song. It's more of an EP. Tragedy, you guys, you know, is Portland, Oregon. D-beat hardcore. Out of the ashes of the Zero is gone. This is their first release in 6 years. Is that right? Yeah, 6 years. And their fourth LP. But like I said, this is 6 songs. It's more of a long EP or 12-inch EP. So what you get here, just get the standard. Corpse upon corpse as far as the eye can see. I think, black vinyl. Now this is a return more to the sound that kind of Tragedy came out with. Way more like tuned down, way more brutal. Like I said, if you love what you're hearing now, you're gonna love this. I mean, you guys sure already know what Tragedy is. Come on, what do you do? I ordered this from Interpunk too. But this is on Tragedy Records, so it's self-release. I give 45 RPM. It doesn't come out that great. The blue, for some strange reason, my camera doesn't pick up these blue and blacks that well. But it's some soldiers walking through a jungle. 3 songs aside. Just hard-hitting punk hardcore with a DB vein. Political, but you know it's Tragedy, so it's always political. But that's Fury. And I don't believe there's a lot of special. I know there's some of this is red, and I think there might be some color vinyls, but for the most part, I think this was mass-produced to get in your hand. So I don't believe it's that hard to find. And like I said, it was a surprise drop. I mean, some people should, you know, I'm sure some people actually knew, but it wasn't like a wide release. Next, on a completely different tip, we have the Conmen LP, Get Loose. These guys are a local Boston band. Now, this LP I don't think is officially fully released. I think they just had some done up. Like, there's no insert. They credit someone for the label art when there's just white labels with a stamp, an A stamp for the A side. So I think these were just kind of rushed to get done. They played with the Nightbirds in Burden. Was that before Christmas? It had to have been. Fuck. Yeah, I think it was sometime in December. But these guys are great. There's people in this band that are in other bands, which again, we're not going to talk about because you guys can find out. But this is definitely like I wrote down like I'd say it's like the Undertones, the Ramones, the Boys, the Queers kind of mixed together with a little bit of a modern twist. It's definitely like a punk rock and roll type sound, but it's really fucking awesome stuff. Good Time All the Time is a fucking. I mean, it's a banger. It claps or slaps. Whatever one of those is. I know this is a cool phrase now. But it's on Rock and Roll Disgrace, that Lynn. And I know this will get a master, like an actual release. I'm hoping it does, because you guys have to hear this. This is fucking awesome stuff. This is a really, really great record. I got it late in the year, so it didn't make my 2018 list, but I might sneak it in 2019, because I can do that, because I'm in charge. But that's the Conmen, Get Loose. Next, we're gonna have, is it 3 in a row? Yeah, it's 3 in a row from the same label, Beach Impediment Records. First one here is Blood Pressure Surrounded. These guys are from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They actually broke up. They played a last show, I want to say right after the new year. So this is their last release. The red vinyl here. You know, blood red. So, love this tape. I can't wait for this record to come out on vinyl. What am I listening to? Red insert here. So again, this is another one of those bands, as you hear me say a million times, members of Pittsburgh is very like, one band breaks up, another one will start with some of the same members, then another band will start, like, it's incestual, I think is the best phrase to use band member wise. But this is great stuff, straightforward hardcore, no frills, very stripped down. The kind of shit that you've probably come accustomed to listening, getting into if you watch my channel. Get into it. But there's some great fucking lyrics in here, like Exposed. Your call for social justice is just a front. The means of getting what you really want. Another notch, another tail, another piece of meat. Exposed for what you are, a fucking creep. Exposed. Low-life piece of shit. Activist. Let me introduce you to my fucking fist. You've been exposed to the lying scumbag fuck that you really are. Years of abuse, but now caught up to you. Or past damage control, you've gone too far. But then it's kind of read it. They double layered so it's hard to read. Actually, it comes out not bad on camera. But yeah, there's some great, just stripped down fucking brutal hardcore, fast as fuck. They're no more, but I'm sure another band will form out of it. I believe this is their second LP and a 7-inch. But I'll get into it. Jason favorite, just fast, no frills, hardcore, angry shit. Definitely recommended. That's Blood Pressure Surrounded, Pittsburgh's finest. Next we have the new one by this band called Vanity. The name of this one is Everything Reception, Evening Reception. You see it's written out right there. My eyes are fucking horrible. So this is a band out of New York. Sorry. This is their third LP. This definitely has like a heavy rock and roll vibe, almost early Rolling Stones like, but with a kind of DIY, kind of more snottiness to it. The first LP had a little bit more of like a hardcore sound, and the second one was definitely a little bit more like, had like a Brit rock tinge to it, I would say. This one is more just a kind of like straightforward rock and roll. Let's get the lyric sheet here. The lyrics. To be honest, this one didn't hit me as well. I mean, the first LP is my favorite, but that's just a taste thing with me. Just the sound of it was just, the sound that I really go for. This one is, it's definitely good. There's some slower songs on this. Like, I'm a fast song guy, which is nothing against the band. I just, I prefer faster songs. But I definitely recommend this if you guys are into like a garage rock kind of Rolling Stones tinge. Definitely check it out. I mean, I'll recommend everything they did. They're all listenable. I just have favorites because, I'm a fucking asshole. But that's Vanity Evening Reception, again on Beach Impediment. Still I'm readily available, and I'm pretty sure this one's still readily available too. And then the last one is another Beach Impediment release. It's this band called Mour. Look to the Artist, 1978 to 1981. Now, these guys I had to look up. I didn't even know who they were, to be honest with you. But I saw Beach Impediment was doing, they put out all these at the same time and a 7-inch I'll talk about later. All in the same, pre-order. But these guys are an early, like, rock band, punk band from Richmond, Virginia. Did I write it down? I don't know. Yeah, Richmond, Virginia. They're like kind of like that new wave punk sound that was kind of like, it's not straightforward street punk, but it's not necessarily like radio friendly rock and roll. But this is really cool. It comes with this zine that I guess is a reprint of the Richmond New Raver. As some of you know, like a lot of times like punk was considered new wave, or before it was dub punk, it would be called new wave. But it's like a reprint of a zine. There's some lyrics in here. It's very standard. It's funny because it's like rock, because it's very standard to like a cut and paste punks or hardcore zine you would see, but it's like for the rock band was doing it. And then you got the list giving us the rock. Now it's our turn to rock you, and they just list the Dictators, the Velvets, Pierre Ubu, New York City, Zappa, Little Richard, Patti Smith, Keith Richard. So they just list all these things and people which bring the rock to you, which is cool. And on this side you got the lyrics. Patti Smith, what does it say? Field Marshal Patti Smith. This tape's it's flipping over. It'll play once it's done. More lyrics. Then there's a little Ramones story. Little Cramps review story. The Runaways. So it's a little cool little book, like, reprint of a zine. 60 cents. And then with the record itself, it came with these it had these 3 reprints of flyers that are on like kind of like a cardstock for shows that they played. Which is cool. And then on the actual record insert itself, you get some photos of the band with the 45 single cover. I believe this could be considered a Killed by Death band too. I've seen them listed with the KBD header. But you open this up and it's just all the lyrics, and then it's a little little thing about the band. So it's a very cool thing. I mean, it's very standard. It's not horrible, but it's very standard for 1978 to 1981. I mean, there wasn't, for what it was. I mean, I'm sure there's bands like this in every area, to be honest. And some of them were able to put out records and some never did. It's kind of like a clear yellow B-side. But these are always cool. I dig these whenever. I bought some of these before. I'll have to dig out maybe in another video. That are basically, it's just like, oh, here was a band, played a ton of shows in a 3 or 4 year period. Maybe never toured or put out multiple releases. Definitely had a following in the general area. This is pre-internet, so it wasn't like anybody can just find out about your band and book you in California when you're in fucking Richmond, Virginia. And, maybe, guys went on to be in other bands or they broke up or, whatever. And it happened. And now these are starting to be repressed, or people are finding copies and they're pressing them, which is awesome. But that's Mour. Look at the artist. Definitely check it out. I believe the song that's really well known. So this has a 0 Degree 7-inch recording session on it and then a live set. Sunglass Party is the song that they're known for. But yeah, that's Mour. Definitely check it out. Check out Beach Impediment Records too. Next we have Ed Gein and the Graverobbers, The Passion of the Antichrist on Pine Hill Records. 83 out of 100. They call this a super exclusive series. They do 100 of these. Ed Gein and the Graverobbers was a surf band from Massachusetts, Western Mass, I believe. Maybe New Hampshire in Western Mass. I'm not 100% sure. And they were just kind of a surf band, but they had kind of like a horror tinge to it. Like they would wear corpse paint and stuff like that. And I know I did another one of their talked about another one of their records a few videos ago. Designed by the Devil, Powered by the Dead. I know I talked about another one of their records a few videos ago. I've been grabbing these from Pine Hill Records, which they put them out. I believe one of the guys from Ed Gein might be involved with this record label. I could be wrong. I'm pretty confident he is. So if you see this, man, let me know if it's you. It's black vinyl. But you get a surf punk with a horror-themed element. No vocals. Really cool stuff. I really dug this band. I saw them live a bunch of times. I was fortunate enough to see them live a bunch of times. So when I find out about these popping up, I grab them because I want them. because I prefer my music on vinyl. I sound like that guy from the Mr. Show skit, if you guys are in the know. Vinyl has a crisp sound. Don't push my glasses up. But that's Ed Gein and the Graverobbers, The Passion of the Antichrist. Again, this is numbered out of 100. I think these might be gone, but I think you might be able to find the CD version. Or you might still be able to find these. I didn't bother to look, but check out Pine Hill Records, and they'll lead you in the right direction. All right. Next, I have a gift from my brother. Amyl and the Sniffers. My brother picked this up for me while he was in Japan. Because he's a cool brother. Now these guys are from Australia. These guys are from Australia. This came out in 2018. There's no insert, which is a bummer. This came out on Damaged Goods Records, which is out of the UK, on like a smoke vinyl. Pretty simple labels here. Now these guys, I'm not just saying this to kind of let my brother know he'd done good, but I literally spun this like 4 or 5 times in a row, especially the fucking A-side on this. So this is Big Attraction and Giddy Up, which was two self-released cassette tapes by the band. So this is kind of them put together on an LP. These guys are fucking straight rock and roll, garage rock, punk rock. Snotty vocals, snotty song titles. Songs are short and sloppy in a good way. It's just fucking great stuff. It's great stuff. I'm Not a Loser is a great Mour, Sniff Sniff. Baklava Lover Boogie, Westgate. Blowjobs and 70 Street Munchies, which is Big Attraction. I like the Big Attraction release more than the Giddy Up. I recorded it a little more. Giddy Up sounds a little more demo-like. But this is some great shit. I know they're touring. Definitely check this band out. I know this record is really easy to find. I almost picked it up a bunch of times, but it's actually expensive. I don't want to pay for it. But it was 2,490 yen, I believe, my brother picked up. But that's Amyl and the Sniffers. And then, like I said, this is Big Attraction, Giddy Up. But you can find this. Definitely check it out. It's worth it. I've kind of been spreading the word about it to my friends, like, hey, you guys should check this shit out. Next, I have the Last Protester record. These guys are out of Washington, D.C. I have 2 of them, but I'll explain the other one in a minute. These guys are out of Washington, D.C. Fucking straight edge hardcore band, man. Straight, no frills, up front, fucking hardcore. Black vinyl, again. Very, very basic, no frills on the release. The labels are cool. I think no frills might be my new catchphrase. I gotta get rid of it. Get into it, no frills. I gotta dump that. And then you got a lyric sheet in here. So these songs are short to the point. Multiple songs about straight edge. This is on a new label called New Absolute, which is out of Silver Spring, Maryland. I thought it was DC. It's cool. I have a Maryland connection. My dad's from Rockville. So I've been down there a handful of times. Last time I was down there, I was totally out of the loop. I didn't bother to... I wanted to go to a record store, and I just didn't. But, so I ordered this version, which was a regular version. It had a long sleeve shirt, so, I live in a long sleeve lifestyle now. I'm trying to. And so I ordered this, and then a couple weeks later I heard a rumor that if you... So, I quit smoking, it'll be a year, I think in a year next week. I quit eating meat over a year ago, and I haven't had a drink in 6 months. So they put this thing that if you put I Am Straight Edge, you get a version of this on gold vinyl. But you also got this, which, I gotta give this up if I ever drink again. But it comes with this cool, it's basically the same insert, the same cover, but it has this cool little personalized piece of paper on it that reads, "This copy of Protester Watch Him Fall 12-inch was pressed on gold vinyl for only the few and proud who are committed to the drug-free existence. This copy is 47 out of 100 and was given to Jason Hook. Do not let this record fall into enemy hands. If you find yourself growing weak, pass this record on. New Absolute." So this, I'm a fucking sucker for anything that's you know, personalized. But here's gold vinyl. I've actually, everyone's staring sideways. I actually haven't listened to that. I listened to the black version, which came, was funny. I ordered the black version. That one took a few weeks. I ordered this one and it was like here real quick. It's actually, I think this is the first time I've ever opened it, actually. Because I knew the other one was coming. But you get this cool flyer that I didn't know was in here. The final statement from the DC Straight Edge. No fucking illusions, no fucking parade, no fucking apologies. 8 new blasts of unrelenting straight edge ignorance, just the way you like it. That's it. And then the answer, it's probably the same. Yeah. We'll take it out. Whoop. That's why I like playing music during these, so you can listen to it while you watch me fuck around with my records. Yeah, it's the same thing. But that's Protester Watch Him Fall, this is the last record. The singer of this band plays drums and is in multiple other bands that are known and active. Very active in the DC, Maryland scene. But that's Protester Watch Him Fall. I got 2 copies because I'm a dick, but I wanted the personalized version. Next, I have another gift from my brother when he went to Japan. He just bought this one. It's written in Japanese. This is a band called Shame. They're from the UK. This is Songs of Praise, which came out on Dead Oceans Records. Now these guys are kind of like an indie rock, British, Britpop kind of band. There's definitely like a post-hardcore sound to some of the songs. Not like the post-hardcore now, the post-hardcore like fucking Fugazi and Rites of Spring, not, you know, screamo bullshit. There's one song on here called One Rizla, or I might be saying wrong, which is, I'll put a link for the video, which is cool, just dig that. But it's just like indie pop, it's rock, like with the indie pop UK tinge to it. Definitely pretty good. Some songs hit real well, some songs not really, to be honest. Sorry, Anthony. But I definitely appreciate the record, and it's cool. And for a picture disc, it sounded good, which is usually the fucking opposite. But that's, Shame. I guess that's Shame. Songs of Praise. So next, we're gonna do some 45s or singles. Move some stuff around here. So the first one is gonna be the band we're listening to, Maniac, Funeral of the World. This is a tour version, 39 out of 50. Just black vinyl. Outlast Records. Do this insert here. Lyrics. The live shot. Then you got this thing here, which is email for an actual insert, which I haven't done yet. I'm going to tag the Maniac Instagram on this to know what that is. If I should do that. I'm a nerd. I like to have complete collections. And then it's the actual, it's just a little paper slip with the cover, which is the tour version. They put it up on Instagram, they posted a link to like their Bandcamp, and all this stuff was like cheap as fuck. So I think they're, you know, I got the tape and this. Price to listen to, price to fucking jam. But it's a great band, I love them. I love the just the heaviness of it with the vocal, like the higher vocal delivery as you can hear. But this is a 7-inch. Definitely check it out. Check these guys out. They're gonna be coming soon. LP's coming soon on vinyl, vinyl. Next we have Stigmatism, which is another Beach Impediment Records release. It's with those 3 LPs. This came out at the same time. Now this is again a no-frills, straightforward hardcore band. I'm not sure where they're from, but it's a 2-man group and recordings, and I believe live they might fill out the band. This is on white vinyl. Crew crushing the eyeball. But it says right here, Stigmatism is Spoiler and Grillo. On this recording, Grillo vocals, drums, Spoiler, guitar, bass, backups. And then live gigs, they have a set. Very forward. Photos by Benoit. This might be from Canada. I'm not sure. I didn't really look it up. I'll leave it for you to do. So I know Benoit is my Canadian friend. Stayed at his house like 15 years ago now on a tour. Comes to Boston every now and again. Hardcore kid, loves hardcore. I don't know if he watches my videos. If you watch my videos, Benoit, what's up, dude? But yeah, that's Stigmatism, self-titled. I'm almost done, so I'm not going to put anything on. But definitely check these guys out. It's a straightforward, hard, almost like a. It does have an early AF sound to it, like Stigmatism actually has kind of the AF, early AF logo font. But this is great shit. Check it out. Actually, might start playing again. That'd be cool. I mean, who cares? Next, I have Warthog, which is a New York hardcore band. These guys are like fucking just like dirty, feedbacky. Not off the rails feedbacky, but just fucking push you down a flight of stairs, fucking hardcore. The thing that's awesome about this is screen printed. You can tell by feeling it, so it's like, I mean, look at that fucking cover art. It's sick. And 4 songs? Yeah, 4-song EP. This is a version that's on Static Shock Records. Get the lyrics on this side. No other information really. All songs recorded by Lawrence W. Warthog. Master mixed by Will Killingsworth. He mixes everything. I'm sure he mixed half the shit I probably showed you. Yeah, just here they are. The artwork by A. Hellier and M. Cartagena. I'm fuck this up. I can barely read it. But yeah, that's cool. It's just a black. Is it black? Yeah, black vinyl. It's got a Warthog stamp on the A side. The B side's like this. But this is just like, this is their 4th LP, I believe, that EP. I know they have a demo, which I think was pressed on 7-inch and 2 other ones. But this is just fucking fuzzed up buzzsaw hardcore. Very simplistic, but like, again, I know, like, no frills. I don't want to like hammer it, but this is just fucking punch you in the face stuff. And you should definitely check it out. It's great. The artwork's great. I know this made a lot of lists. I think it came out right towards the end of 2018. I might have got it right around Christmas time. Merry Christmas. Next, the final thing I have to show you guys is the Ekulu demo, which came out on Triple B Records. This came out a while ago, too. It actually just got repressed, so if you dig what you hear, if you hear it on here, go and immediately buy it. If this is around, what's today? Today's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Because I think they're going to go quick. But this is on pink vinyl. I think this is like the main press. You got your Triple B, very basic. They use the same logo, the same template on a lot of the records, almost all of them, I'm pretty sure. And they download. How am I doing on time? Oh, I'm doing good. I should be able to wrap this up next couple minutes. But it unfolds into this. Then you get the lyrics. So I think at one point this was a one-man... Hey, guess what? Recorded and mixed by Will Killingsworth. I believe this was a one-man band at one point. They do have a live lineup. They played America's Hardcore Fest way back in the beginning of December, and people went nuts. I was downstairs. It was at a VFW, a Knights of Columbus, which has like a basement, which has a bar in it, and all the merch was down there. And then there's a big room where bands play upstairs. And I was down there when the band started. I missed like 30 seconds of the first song. I looked around, literally no one was downstairs. Everyone knew they were playing, went upstairs. It was the fucking wildest thing. And you could hear like the feet pounding on the floor, because I was like, oh, I gotta get up there. I was being lazy. But it's like a crossover New York style hardcore. Not too more hardcore than like, metal-y crossover, but there's definitely like leads and riffs. Maybe Leeway mixed with like Gnostic Front would be the best way to put it, with that New York tinge, New York style. But it's fucking great. This is a 3-song demo. Sanctuary of Depression is fucking hard, the last song on the B-side. It's 5 minutes long, which is totally unheard of for a hardcore song. But it brings a mosh. Like I was moshing in here earlier when I listened to it. And like I said, these just got repressed. Grab them now because I know that repress is going to fly off the shelves. But that's Ekulu. It's self-titled, the demo, whatever you guys want to call it. So I want to close out on 2 things here. Not record-related. Well, music-related. I want to thank Chad at the Horrorbiz channel who shouted me out when he did his vinyl tag. I'm thinking about doing a vinyl tag. If you want to see me do one, comment below or comment on Facebook or wherever I post this. I don't know, like I got to pull a bunch of records for it. I'm kind of lazy because I have a bunch of new stuff. And I have stuff coming. I'm an idiot. I just spent money. Cut my hair. I got like fucking cowlicks in the front. And High Defamation podcast, Eric Baur. 2 episodes now. He's going to do 1 a month. The first one's about Disclose. So I know there's some fucking people I know who dig Japanese deep beat and Japanese hardcore. He talks about just the history of Disclose. The second one is more of like his personal history, but he talks about bands he got into growing up in Washington State, and how he got the progression and all that stuff. Really awesome stuff. Not an overload because it's once a month. They're nice. They're not too long. Awesome listens. And also I want to point out this fucking sick SSD shirt. Check it out. More Brian Walsby SSD. Got it from Bifocal Media. Another one. I'm plugging all. They're not paying me for these plugs. It's just things I think that are fucking cool, and I want you guys to like check them out. And I'm getting texts that if you see my eyes, I'm trying to read those too. I'm a very busy guy. Very important. Very busy. But thanks for watching. This is Get Into It. I'll be back sooner than later. I promise. I know it's been a little bit. Been busy. I'm already setting up my next video. I got the City Hunter LP I just got. I got all sorts of cool shit. And FYE went out of business in the town I work in, and no one ever went there. And there was like 70% off, and I bought like Sepultura, like I bought weird shit there for like pennies that I'll get into in a video. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'm about to run out of time. I'm taking too much of your time already. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you later.